But everybody good though.
I'm still alive.
Yeah, we can't complain.
You know,
Can't complain.
it's a new Forex day, 48 minutes
Yeah,
ago. So I'm glad.
yeah.
Yeah, fam. So which pair you look on tonight? Which pair you look on?
As you know, my watch list kind of dropped from so much to just these six pairs and DXY DAX, just to make sure so I know what the US market is doing so that I can trade these pairs. The gold, GBP USD, USJPY. US 100 just only focus on fundamental and technical analysis. What going on at the stock market, what any news going on, anything that might affect the market. So yeah, we'll just kind of quickly go over just these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 4 pairs before like just like 20 minutes or so. So
Alright. So hold on. So question:
mhm.
Does the day how like does the DXY help a lot with the goal? Cause you know
Yeah,
gold stay.
100%. So here's the thing.
Alright.
I was showing CJ that with gold with DXY where for example this impulse right here, this was the 23rd of November at 6 p.m. at 6 whatever at 6 o'clock, right? And if we look on gold, we see the 23rd, this 4 hour candlestick as you can see. So the DAX rise and gold drop and gold drop. 23rd for USJPY, the 23rd, see it rise. So it basically does the same thing on the 23rd. See on the 23rd 8 p.m. GBP USD drop. So once the DAX is rising, then the correlated pairs, the pairs that are not correlated to the US dollar, they will basically do the opposite. So that's why having the DAX index on my watch list is crucial. You get me? So
Makes
that's
sense.
why. Yeah. So if we go back to GBPJPY, the last session that we had, me and you, Daddy, I told you that I was going to look. I was
Just
looking
call
for a
me
buy.
Dudley.
Let me say that.
It's okay,
uh,
dog.
I was looking for a buy because I saw that the market was actually creating like a mini structure. It was actually respecting 135. So you were saying that why you look for yourself. So I'm saying no man. If we did scroll to, I think it was a 4 hour time frame we spotted from, because on a monthly basis we see that it's in on a monthly basis we see that it's in a descending channel, right? That's the yellow channel right there. So we know that we're still in a downtrend, but going to the weekly price created this mini bullish channel right here. After it created this double pattern, it started to create this Elliott wave. This, yeah. So what? I don't know one team on the phone there. So usually with the Elliott pattern, it's normally three touch. So this is A, this is B, and this is C. Somewhere up here should be C. So what that means is that one touch, two touch, and then the third touch. Once it hit the third touch, we're expecting for price to do this and then come all the way down to finish this bearish channel on a monthly basis. So that's what we're kind of expecting. But for now, in the weekly time frame, we're seeing that price is kind of creating this correction movement to try and retest this area of 145. So I'm still bullish in GBP JPY, and as you can see, my favorite pattern price created on the weekly time frame, which is the W right here,
Mm.
and then it created this structure at the neckline. So we should expect for price to continue upward on the GBP JPY. If we go to the daily time frame, let me kind of delete this back off the chart.
Mm.
If we go to the daily time frame, we're seeing that price is kind of creating two little patterns. So we're still in the bullish channel, but price created another trend line right here, which is the top part. So this was the high. and then price created this high right here and failed and come back down, and then
Mm.
price tried to go back to break that high and created a double top right here, which is why in the group on Thursday or Wednesday I sent that I'm going bearish, I'm going short on GBPJPY, but it wouldn't be like a long short. It would just be like a short time intraday movement. So price is still in an uptrend. However, price failed to break this high and created this double top. So double top or M pattern. However, if we scroll down to the 4 hour time frame, if we scroll down to the 4 hour time frame for GBP JPY, we're seeing that price created a structure right here. On the impulse, price created a structure right here and then continue upward to create this high, but then come back down and start to consolidate right here. So what I did was to just use my rectangle from this low and then just come all the way over. And as you can see, price respected this level, broke, go down, and then come back up to
Mm.
retest, start to consolidate, broke, and now it's retesting it. So now that it retests this previous support, right? I'm expecting for price to continue upward to try and break this high. So again, remember going to the weekly time frame, that price is still in the bullish channel, but on the
So
monthly time frame, it's in a bearish channel.
so if I so what's the scenario if it is that you have to sell it?
All right,
What would
so
I look for?
right. So what I would do, because the major support slash resistance, or the major key area, as you know, is always every 500. So right now it's consolidating close to 138, right? And if we add 138 500 to the chart, you would see that it's somewhere close to right here, 138 500. So right there. So as you can see, if we zoom in, you realize that price closed above 138 500, then price tried to break down but created this hanging man right here above 138 500, and then price tried to break again, and then is currently trying to close above 138 500. So if price close above 138 500, what I would
Mm.
do is to wait on a bullish candlestick, any one of the indications that price is starting to go bullish. Then I would enter a buy. So what I'll probably do is to probably put a buy stop above this high, and then once price break, then we'll continue on the upward. But that's my scenario for the buy. For the bearish, once we get a close, if price breaks below 138 and then retest 138 and continue down, if price retest and fail to close above 138, then I'll be looking to sell GBP JPY to 136 500, because we trade levels. So from 138 to 136 500, that would be the next major support area. Why? Because looking back from the left side, you realize price respected 136 500 a lot of times, right there, right there, right there. So
Mm.
we could probably, so the first take profit would, let me show you how I would normally do that. So if we grab a Fibonacci from the high to the low, so the first take profit could be 137,844 or 137,300. So the extensions is always a good way to find out where would be the next support or take profit. And if
Uh-huh.
we look at this area, you realize that the negative 61.8 extension lines up to right here, which was the previous low. You get me? So if price comes up and fail to break this high, then I would just jump into a sell to the negative 27 extension, or the negative 61.8 extension for GBP JPY, and
Makes
then
sense.
price would probably do a next correction to the 38, and then if price fails to break 138, then I will look to sell to 136 500 for GBP JPY. So that's just my 2 cents on GBP JPY. And by the
Makes
way,
sense.
if yeah, not sure if we did actually teach how to do the how to use the the Fibonacci extension. I'm not sure if I did teach you guys that, but it basically take from the low to the high. If it in a bearish momentum, and or from the high to the low, and whatever the extension is, that would be your take profit. So if you're a small trader, like you jump in on a 15-minute time frame, what you would do is to just scale in, right? Scale in. Sorry, from this high, to this low, right here, right? So from this high to this low, this would be, and as you can see, price respected the 0.78 extension. So what you would do is to enter the trade right here, enter the sell right here, and then your take profit would be the negative 27 extension or the negative 61.8 extension. As you can see, price came close to it, but it would have hit the negative 27 extension. Usually price always hit the negative 27 extension. As you can see, price shot all the way down, but end up close a little bit above it, because as you can see, most persons use this trading strategy. So once you see this long wick, that means take profit hit and persons come out of the trade. So this is another way of using your Fibonacci and the extensions for like impulse trading, or if you just want to do quick scalp. If you're doing intraday trading. So what you do is just look at the trend. Price is in a downtrend. So what you do, you wait on a retracement for an entry. Once you see the retracement, you take the retracement from the previous low to the previous high. Sorry, from the previous high. Sorry, the high to the low, and then let it go, and then that would be your take profit. The negative 27 extension would be your take profit. Price can still come down to the negative 61.8 extension, but yeah, that's what we normally do. So even if we go back and we say, like right here, if we take it from the high to the low right here for this impulse, you
Yeah.
realize that price actually hit the 27 extension right there, and the 61 point the negative 61.8 extension. So that's how you use it. So for example, price, so this was the double top. If we go to the 4 hour time frame, you remember this was the double top, right? So this was a double top. On GBPJPY. Price failed to break higher, and then this was the double top. So what we did, cool. We realized that this was a hanging man on a 4 hour time frame. Cool. So that means the price is looking to go bearish. So what we do, we scale in on the 15-minute time frame, and then we wait for an entry. So say for example, you miss all of this drop, and you see price start to retrace now. So what you do, you wait until price finish retracing, and then when you see price finish retracing, you then cool. So this was the last low that price made. This was one low. Price came back to retest it, and then continue downward. So we know that price is creating a structure right here. So if price actually come back to retrace, it's a possibility that price will come back to retest this area where price was going bearish and created this green candlestick. Because I normally tell persons, anytime you see when price is going down and create one green candlestick, that
Yeah.
means price is creating a structure, and best believe price is going to come back to that area to retest it, which is exactly what it did. So price created this structure, then consolidate, and then broke and come back and retest it right here, and then start to consolidate right there before going downwards. So once we spot that, if we miss this impulse and we saw this correction right here, and we want to know where would be our take profit, where would be our next take profits. So what we would do is we would just enter. We could enter below this low. So we could enter below just to be on the safe side. So we would have put a sell stop right here, and then our stop loss would be above this high, right?
Previous structure.
Yeah, correct. And then our take profit, we would just get the Fibonacci and then draw it from the high to the low, let it go. Let me do it again. Draw it from the high It's high to low, right? Yes. High to low, boom. And then so once we do that, we just allow the market to just do its thing. So as you can see, price start to come down. It start to come down, but then it start come back up. So most times if persons actually watch the trade, they might get nervous and then exit the trade because they feel like price I come back up for hit for like break structure. You see me? So you just allow the trade for just do its thing. Once you're confident and know and like get used to these setups, then you should be fine. Just set a stop loss, set your take profit, and just let the trade do its thing because it might take a long while. So just let the trade do its thing. So price came right here, boom, start to go down, created this W, come back up, but then it start break. It goes shoot all the way down. So boom, first take profit hit at the negative 27 extension. Boom, take profit hit, persons close out them trade because that was the first take profit, and then price start to retrace again. Price retrace again, price didn't break this high, boom, price go back straight down to the negative 61.8 extension. And while it did that, price created this structure right here as well. As you can see, there's a little bit of trend line going up. There's a possibility that this correction would come back to somewhere close to right here, so to continue downward. You get me? So this is a great strategy that you can use to you can implement to your GBPJPY trade. And as you can see, the 100, the simple moving average 100 close is actually keeping the trade in a downtrend. So as you can see, it's respecting it. So price is coming every minute. Price will come close to it and then continue downward. So
Mhm.
that's just one strategy I wanted to show you
And
guys.
this was
So
just all of just using just support and
just
resistance and a fib.
exactly, just strictly support and resistance, and I sent the signal in the group. So that was my proof that I was saying, yo, hey, I was going short on this and going long and going whatever. So this was exactly what I did. I just spot the double tap on the 4 hour, waited for a bearish engulfing candlestick, which was this, right? And then price
Mhm.
start to consolidate. So what I did was to just add a sell stop a little bit below this low. This area where price was consolidating, I added a sell stop, and this candlestick triggered my sell stop right here. Price tried to come back up, fail, and then it just continued downward. You see me? When price come back downward, I see that it start to retrace. I said, all right, cool. Let me try see if I can get another entry. Price failed to break the 38, the negative 38 level on the Fibonacci, and then we just add another entry. And then where was my next day profit, which was the negative 27 extension and the negative 61.8 extension. So when it reached the negative 27 extension, a partial close. We never close
Mm.
all I right because we still
Yeah,
want
that
to
me
get more
stop.
money.
Yo, that me
Yeah,
stop the know, cause when me
yeah,
see say it I go in a profit at least
right,
50 pips or so, me just put
right.
a break even and say,
Right?
alright,
Put a
cool.
break even and partial close because at the end of the day, you don't want price to come back up and
Yeah, brother.
then and
Worst
then and then
feeling.
you don't get anything. So I always try to take some partial profits and then put break even. So even if price come back up and hit your break even, that's fine. You end up get something out of it.